next section is blow drying and thermal curling service. Please blow dry wet hair and complete curls in a section of your choice using a curling iron. You have 22 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 11 minutes remaining. You may begin. Sanitize your hands. Then take out your supplies and get them set up. So I'm going to put this in the trash, sanitize my hands. Now I'm going to plug in my tool. Okay, I'm going to turn my curling iron on to a low heat. I have it on 310. Sanitize my hands. All right, so step 1 was clean or sanitize your hands. Step 2 is prepare your mannequin for service. So she is previously draped from your permanent wave service for a chemical service. So you need to re-drape now for your blow dry. So I'm gonna clip the hair out of the way so she's easy to drape. So I'm gonna remove the towel, cape towel, throw away this towel, sanitize my hands before I touch her again. Then this cape, I am going to need to use it again for my chemical service. So an EPA the neck, EPA it, wipe it down, throw this away, sanitize my hands, and I'm just going to keep that on my station for when I use it for my chemical services. Now I'm going to take this towel off, don't need this anymore, and I will toss this. Sanitize my hands. Okay, now I'm going to re-drape for the blow dry, which is a neck strip and cape. That should stay very well. Sanitize my hands. The next step, touch your hair, sanitize your hands. The next step, after I prepared my mannequin for service, is to blow dry wet hair in one section. So I'm just going to section off a panel of hair that I'm gonna dry. The hair will be damp for your test, but since I'm gonna demo, I don't want to have the dryer on, so I'm just going to do a mock blow dry. Well, when you are doing this, you need to show subsections that are the size of your brush. You should remember what you learned from roller sets to determine the type of volume that you want. So it's the same size as the diameter of my brush. So half base is straight out from the head. You never want to touch the hair. Don't touch the hair with the dryer, so it'll blow up in the hair shaft. So keep it at a 45-degree angle so that keeps the cuticle smooth, and follow, the dryer should follow the brush, and keep a nice, smooth, continuous motion. And then you come up to your next section, take another subsection, that is the diameter of your brush. Working your way up. Again, I'm at the same base placement that I was on my last one, 90 degrees, 45-degree angle for my blow dryer, and just following the hair down, nice smooth strokes. Okay, so you should have 3 or 4 sections depending on the size of your brush. Okay, 90 degrees again. Let the hair cool. And my last section. So it's dry. I need to unplug my dryer, throw that away. We're done with this. Okay, throw this away. Sanitize your hands. You just want to feel the hair, make sure it is completely dry. Now you want to do 2 thermal curls, making sure that one is on base and the other one is off base. So step 4 is establish a base using a thermal iron. So to establish a base, determine the size of your curl, which should be the diameter of your curling iron. On base curls are over directed, 135 degrees away from you. You need to test the heat of my curling iron to make sure that it's not too hot. So you just can use an end paper, a neck strip, put it in between the barrel, hold it for a few seconds, and take it out. If it's not brown or yellow, then you're good to go. So this is fine. Throw this away. Sanitize my hands. Okay. So now we're going to establish our base. So I'm going to overdirect the hair with the curling iron about ½ an inch away from the scalp. Wrap the hair around it and hold it. And what I'm doing is ensuring that the hair will stay on its base. It's time to make your curl. So you establish your base. So about 5 seconds. And now let's form our curl. And then you get closer to the scalp, make sure you are protecting it and all the way through. Perfect. Okay, protect your scalp with your heat protecting comb. So now time to take your iron out. Your comb will help hold this curl in place. See, one on base curl. Now it's time to do your off base curl. It's going to go directly underneath it, and that is the same diameter as my curling iron. If it's wider than that, then your curl will fall. It won't stay in place. Now for off base, you're going to over direct it 75 degrees towards you. So we need to establish our base again for a few seconds. It's going to storm. Establish our base. Okay, so to establish your base, come about ½ an inch from the scalp at 75 degrees towards you because we're doing off base. Wrap the hair around the barrel. Okay. And now we're going to form our curl. So come about mid-shaft and form the curl like you normally would. And as you start to get closer to the scalp, remember to use your comb to protect it. And you can choose now to use either a regular curling iron or a Marcel. So just make sure whichever curling iron you choose that you are using it correctly. And again, we are going to protect our scalp with our heat protecting comb. And when we're ready to remove our curling iron, we have our comb here to help the curl stay in place. So now, one on base curl, one off base curl. Very simple. So you can turn off your curling iron now, unplug it, start to let it cool down while you clean everything else up from this section. Just set it to the side and then EP your station. Sanitize your hands and raise your hands. You'll leave her draped with your cutting cape until you start the next service, which will be your chemical service preparation.